All right, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat. Here it's Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Vayetze. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yaakov Avinu was traveling, huh? It's a journey. He started that journey, and we're still doing it. We're in that journey still now. Unbelievable. Okay. But Mitzvah Hashem, we'll see the end.
Yeah, big mess. One bite and such a mess.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting later on when Yaakov Avinu is going to go down to Mitzrayim, he sends Yehuda before everyone else to go to Yosef. He sends Yehuda to go to Yosef. Right? What was he doing? He was preparing the two Mashiach ben Yosef, Mashiach ben David. He said, I'm going to go down to Mitzrayim, I'm going to make sure everything's set up. Wow, unbelievable. Okay, anyway, so now the Rebbe, so we're learning Likutey Halachos with Siyata D'Shmaya, of course, Hilchos Kriya Shema. We're starting a new lesson today, Halacha Vav. It's mamash a new world on Kriyas, on our understanding of Kriyas HaTorah. And this is based on the lesson in Likutey Marad, Tilyana, Siman Ches, which is lesson 8. Now, this is a very special lesson. Why is lesson 8 a very special lesson? It was Rabbi Nachman's last lesson he actually gave. This was the last Rosh Hashanah. He was very, very, very sick at the time. Obviously, he had tuberculosis, and he was very, very ill, and he didn't want to give. He told the Chevra, he says, they all came to Rosh Hashanah. He said, I can't. They said, but we're all here. So he gave a lesson, and this lesson went on for about 5 or 6 hours. 5 or 6 hours. He was dying. He was dying. It's 5 or 6 hours. He was deep less, unbelievable. And then that Sukkot, he passed away right then, right after. That Sukkot, he died on Sukkot. He died on Chalamoid Sukkot. Right?
Third day.
What? Yeah.
Third day.
No, the 4th day. Yeah. Fourth day. Right. Yeah. All right, anyway, either way. All right, then we always learn for the well-being of our Chayalim, the Chatufim, and the Pitzuim, right? The soldiers, the captives, and the injured. You hear about all the things that they're going through, these soldiers, and it's amazing, right? It's mamash amazing. And Hashem should please HaKadosh Baruch Hu, show them a lot of mercy, and please Hashem, bring those captives home, heal the injured, and bring the soldiers all home back to their families, because their families, they need them. They need them. Okay, and let's see. So this is a very special lesson, and we'll start. We'll start now with a lot of Siyata D'Shmaya. Here we go. Al pi HaTorah tiku teichacha. Tiku teichacha, right? This is the idea of teichacha, giving rebuke. Right, giving rebuke. Who is worthy to give rebuke? How do you give rebuke? What are you supposed to? This is what the lesson's all about. And basically, the lesson also is discussing the idea of Chiddush HaOlam, right? The idea to have emunah in Chiddush HaOlam, right? To believe that the world is always new, that everything is always changing. Everything is not the same old. You ask people, same old. No, it's not. It's not same old. It's new. It's brand new. Find the newness. It's new. Chiddush Olam. Chidush. Right, newness. There you go. Chiddush Olam. Right, very good. Very good.
Like Moshe Rabbeinu also was, last year was also.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Moshe Rabbeinu's last year, right? Sefer Devar. Yeah. Okay, v'zeh b'chinas.
What is Shlomo Melech here? It says, Ein chadash tachas hashemesh.
Ein chadash tachas, yeah, right. What does that mean?
Nothing saying every day is new, and he says the opposite.
There's no Ein chadash tachas hashemesh. Okay, it's very simple to understand, because HaKadosh, everything that we have in the world that was created, right? was already the potential from anything that they discovered today was already created back then. In other words, upon creation, it was already created. Hence, the scientists today call it a discovery. They didn't come up with it. We made a discovery. It was always here.
Revealed later on.
It's revealed later on, right? Right. The same way we say when Adam Arich, when it's a good thing. It's a good point. Thank you, Reb Shalom. Right. You know, Shlomo Melech says, "Ein chadash tachas hashemesh." Right. There's nothing new under the sun. Right, so hey, wait a second. Here the Rebbe is saying this: everything's new. The potential is always new. Every day we have new potential. Everything is recreated with that potential of anything being done. You understand that every day you have a new potential. There's a new potential that we didn't have before. It's always brand new. We're not the same people as we were yesterday. That's why a person can always do tshuva, because I'm not the same person as I was even a minute ago. We're always changing. We're not the same people. Everything's, in other words, you have right? You have past, present, and future, right? You have what's in the past is in the past. What's in the present is going to be the past. And in the future, I don't have yet. So I have to have right now, right? Anyway, let's see. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you know when we read the Sefer Torah, Hilchos Kriyas HaTorah, right? So Hilchos Kriyas Torah, you have to read the Torah from a kosher Torah, of course, right? That means all the letters are in the Torah, and all of the tagim and all the crowns and everything is right on the Torah. And then when he reads it, he has to read it with the nigun, with the trup, right? With the song, right? With tamim. Re'ikra kriya u b'Shabbos u b'Yom Tov she'oz tikun Moshe likros b'Torah. So the main time to read the Torah, what we have for Torah reading, is on Shabbos and is on Yom Tov. Okay, that's what Moshe Rabbeinu established. When we were in the desert and we went 3 days without water. What does it mean without water? Without Torah, right? Ein mayim ela Torah, right? Omdu neviim shebeneim, to the neviim that were amongst Klal Yisrael at that time, and they set up Hakriya b'Sheni v'Chamishi. They established it back then with Moshe Rabbeinu. So in other words, this was Moshe Rabbeinu, was approved by Moshe Rabbeinu that we will read the Torah on Mondays and Thursday, right? Kedei shelo yavu shloisha yamim b'loi Torah. Ezra came along. Ezra HaSofer, right? Ezra HaSofer came along. V'tikim b'Shabbos b'Mincha k'mavay b'divrei Rabbeinu Zal. Rabbi Seinu Zal b'Gemara of a Paiskim, right? So in other words, we know that it was. So now we understand, right? Moshe Rabbeinu established Torah reading on Shabbos and the holidays. Came along the Nevi'im in Moshe Rabbeinu's time, in that time in the desert, when we were traveling. They said, "Wait a second, we can't travel more than 3 days without water. So therefore, we'll institute that we read Torah. We'll read the Torah on Mondays and Thursdays. Therefore, we'll never pass 3 days without going through the Torah." And where did it come up that we read the Torah on Shabbos by Mincha? Ezra HaSofer established that. Okay, that was much later on. But that's when Ezra HaSofer. Now the Arizal, amazing. The Arizal teaches something very special. I'll share with you. That's something that always special that I learned. It was wonderful, actually. That you can remember how many aliyahs you have to read based on Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. Isn't that interesting? How do you do that? The word Shema, how many letters is it? 3 letters. That's from Mondays and Thursdays. Right? You have to, Mondays and Thursdays you read three aliyahs. Right? And then Yisrael is how many letters? 5. 5 letters. So how many aliyahs do you read on holidays? 5. There we go. And what's the next letter? Next word? Shema Yisrael Hashem. 4. 4. When do you read 4? On Rosh Chodesh. On Rosh Chodesh you read 4. And you know you need 4, right? And then you say, so that's 4. And then you say Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu is what? 6. Yom Kippur you read 6. Elokeinu Din. Right? Din, Yom Kippur. You read 6. Right? And then Hashem Echad together is 7 letters. That's Shabbos. Okay, so that's how you can, if you want to remember, it's all in there. You can understand. And when you have 3, when you have 4, all in Shema Yisrael. I'm telling you, the things you can learn out of Shema Yisrael is endless. I just gave you another one right now. Okay, here we go. Now, the Rebbe says now, Ki ikar hakriya b'Torah hu b'Shabbos, she'oz nitna ha'Torah k'may Shabbat v'seinu zal. We know that the ikar Torah reading, and that's why we read the whole parsha. Right? We read the whole parsha on Shabbos. Why do we do that? Because that's the time when the Torah was given to us. Right? The Torah was given to us on Shabbos, remember? Hashem wanted to give the Torah on Friday. Moshe Rabbeinu said to Hashem, please, can you give the Torah on Shabbos? Hashem said, okay. And therefore the Torah was given on Shabbos. Right? We got the Torah on Shabbos. Ki mevoya b'Torah tiku. And again, this is the last lesson the Rebbe gave in his life to the Olam. This was the last lesson that he gave on the last Rosh Hashanah. Sheika beira amuna kedosha, that the main clarity of Emunah, which is the koyach hadimyan, right? We have the imagination, right? We always learn about that, right? Mm-hmm. The idea of what we imagine, right? And it's very important because when you study and you and you see special things, so then you wind up imagining those things, right? Because that's the whole way the TV and everyone works, right? They put something, an image in your mind, and then you start thinking about it, right? That's how advertisement works, right? They put an image in your mind, right? They show you something. Oh, this, if I only would have this would be great. That's what they make you believe, right? Right? They make you believe if you have this thing, whatever it is, if I have this thing, it's going to be great. And then the mind starts to imagine, how am I going to get this thing? Well, how am I going to enjoy this thing, right? Right? Isn't that how it works? That's how it works, right? It's all about imagination.
It's a new car.
What?
New car.
Lollipop, into your
Huh?
lollipop for a kid.
Right, for a kid thinking about a lollipop. Wow, a lollipop. Chiddush Olam. Okay, but the next thing is, now we can also think about Chiddush Olam, right? How everything is constantly new. How everything's constantly new in life, and it's not like they try to teach you that everything is the same old thing, and it's old and old and old, and you're old, and everything's no, it's new. Everything is always new. We say it every morning in the davening. Hamachadesh betuvay b'chol yoyim tamid maaseh bereishis. Right, Rav Shalom, you said it this morning. So what does that mean? Right, you quoted me a pasuk from Shlomo Melech, but you just said today. Shalom, he just said today, "Hamachadesh betuvay b'chol yom tamid maaseh bereishis." What does that mean?
The way I understood that is that people say, this is nature, but nature only works.
And the Chachmei HaTeva, right? The Chachmei HaTeva, right?
If Hashem says, okay, gravity, Seder, it's going to continue working today.
Yeah.
All of these things,
No, but what do the words mean? Let's understand the words. Hamachadesh betuvay b'chol yoyim tamid maaseh bereishis.
Renewing the old made thing, the thing that was already made.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying, right?
It should continue working.
Yeah. But it's a maaseh bereishis every day.
Yeah. Well, I understood it always like Rishon says. There's no evolution. There's no something being produced absolutely new.
Right.
It's only being recreated.
It's continuing. It's continuing.
Renewing.
It's continuing.
The thing that was created.
No, but really, we're saying maaseh bereishis. It's an act of bereishis. Right. It's an act of newness. It's new.
Yeah, to renew something is also new.
Yeah, okay, but we understand that really every day the world is Hashem recreates everything every day. Everything's recreated. That's what Chazal teach us. That's the real understanding of it. All right. Anyway, hu al yedei ruach nevuah, through the ruach nevuah. This comes through a ruach nevuah, and that's why the what do you call it? The Nevi'im in the time of the when we were in the Midbar, and we went 3 days, and they realized that wait a second, we didn't hear the Torah. They established, the Nevi'im established that we would read the Torah Mondays and Thursdays. That's where it came about. That's where we got the idea that we'll read the Torahs on Mondays and Thursdays. And again, Moshe Rabbeinu approved that Shemevar HaMedameh, because that what it does is when you read the Torah, the Nevi'im understood this. The Nevi'im could imagine things in a special way, right? So the Nevi'im understood when we read the Torah and then you hear the Torah, you see the words of the Torah. Like you pick up the Torah, you see the words of the Torah, you see the Torah, so then hopefully you'll start to imagine how wonderful the Torah is and how wonderful mitzvahs are, how wonderful it is that you have the opportunity to do mitzvahs every day. You understand?
So what did they do in the desert then? They didn't have a Torah in the desert, did they? Or
They did have a Torah.
They did?
Yeah, listen. Whatever they had, they had something. Maybe he kept continuing the Torah. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, I'm not exactly sure how it worked. But in the time that this is what Chazal teach us, they were the ones that established this. Okay, they were the ones that established that we would read the Torah on Mondays and Thursdays, because you can't go 3 days without a public Torah reading. All right? Hamedameh. Tluya hamuna. Okay, shebazeh tluya hamuna hakadoshah. With that, you need to have emuna. Right? If you want to believe that today I can, even though I made mistakes yesterday, but today I can do the right thing. Right? What does the Yetzer Hara tell you? You're the same old guy that you were yesterday. You're the same old, and every time you start, you always fall. So why bother? Right? That's what he tells you. Why bother? No. The same way you're bothering and telling me that, that's why I have to bother. Right? You didn't stop telling me that, so I don't have to stop. I can't stop doing what I have to do. You understand? Okay. We all had nevuah, right? It says that even the maidservant at the time of Kabbalas HaTorah saw a greater nevuah than Yecheskel ben Buzi, right? Yecheskel ben Buzi saw the Ma'aseh Merkava, which is the greatest nevuah possible, right? Yecheskel, he saw the greatest nevuah, right? But they say that Chazal teach us that even the maidservant in the time, the Shifcha, at the time of Kabbalas HaTorah saw greater revelations than even that. Right? You know, that's so we can only imagine for a second what Kabbalas HaTorah was, right? How wonderful that was, and all the effects and all of everything that was going on there, right? Right? If you try to think that and try to imagine, and we were all there. Right? Everyone believes that all Nishmas Yisrael was at Kabbalas HaTorah. We were all present there. So we try to recall that. Try to work on that. Try to work on that idea of Kabbalah Ma'im and Hasinai. What does it mean that the mountain was over us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Kailas of Rakim, right? And there was the Aish, and there was all these things going on. Mamash, great effects, right? Amazing. Great effects that were going on. So that was all to straighten out our koyach hamedameh, right? So we think in the right way. It was something magnificent. It was something magnificent that really startled, that really jolted us, right? We saw that there was something that really jolted us in order to make that impression in our minds, so we can have that in our minds, so we can imagine in that way. Isn't that fascinating? In other words, why did Hashem have to do it with all this stuff, right? Why did he have to have all of these? He was a Zokain, right? We learned that then, and he opened up the Rekiim, the Zayin Rekiim, and why did he have to do all of that? To impress upon us this idea, there's something much greater than this world. There's something much greater than things that we get carried away on in this world. Right? People get carried away with things, and they just think that it's just this world, right? But it's so much greater than this world. There's so much more. So before Maimed HaSinai, the world was kind of teetering, right? Before we accepted the Torah, but we know that the Torah is what keeps the world going, right? The Torah is the Amud HaTorah is what keeps the Torah going. Before Kabbalas HaTorah, the world was shaky. It was shaky. Right? Once we had Kabbalas HaTorah, there was this basis. The world it had a basis for the world. It was established. The world was now, because that was the whole purpose of creating the world. So we should accept the Torah. Right? The world was completed by Maimon Sinai. That was the purpose of it. V'niskayim oilam. The Hainu sheniskala oz emunas chidush oilam. The idea of chidush oilam was introduced that everything is always constantly new, and you're never the same old person. This was Rabbi Nachman's last words. He was trying to teach this lesson, and he left. This was his message for Klal Yisrael, to remember this idea that you're never the same person. You can always change. You can always be somebody better. You're not locked into who you were before. You're a new person right now. And whatever happened, happened. That's in the past. Now you can go forward. We're always going forward. We're not going backwards. We're always going forward. Again, that doesn't mean that a person doesn't have to do tshuva for what he did in the back. But how do you have the ability to be able to move forward, to realize I'm new right now? Right? You understand that concept? It's an amazing concept. So it doesn't matter what people thought, whatever I did and whatever I was involved. That was then. I'm a new guy right now. I'm new. Why can't I change? And that's what we got from Har Sinai. That was a great lesson, the greatest lesson that we got. V'chein b'chol dor v'dor, b'hechrich sheyu tzadikim sheyesh lahem bechinas ruach nevuah, bechinas ruach haba min hakodesh. And in every generation, we have these people. There are people in every generation that their ruach comes from a holy place, right? Most people, their ruach comes from around, right? But there are a designated few, that their ruach comes from a holy place, and they are the ones that can give over this message, right? You understand? The great ones that have the ruach HaKodesh, their ruach comes from the Kodesh. Hayedei zeh ikram shokas emunah chidush ha'olam ayin sham. That's the way the chidush ha'olam is given over in each generation. In each generation, by those few that have their ruach that come from the place of holiness, not coming from the ruach hashtus, right? Not coming from all the shtus of the world, right? All of the nonsense, right? A lot of people that, unfortunately, they get involved in all of the things in the world. Some people would just distance themselves from everything in the world, and they work on the holy track. Those people that are on the holy track, those people can give over the ruach of this idea of the chidush ha'olam. And if you can believe in that, you'll understand the chidush ha'olam of the asid lava. We're waiting for. We're waiting for the world to be renewed in that way, with Mashiach, with the Bayis Shlishi, right? With the third Beis Hamikdash on Har HaBayis, right? We're waiting for that, right? We have to imagine that. Could we imagine that? Wouldn't be that amazing thing to imagine what that's going to be like? Right? Could we imagine what that's going to be like? We'll see a Beis Hamikdash of Eish come down. Right? Could you imagine? Unbelievable, right? Try to imagine that. How am I going to get to that? Oh, if I'm renewing myself all the time, then I can imagine what that means. What am I connecting myself to? If I renew myself all the time, I'm connecting myself of the way it's going to be in the end of time, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to renew the world in that way, that the world was supposed to come for that tikkun before Adam Rishon made the mistake. That was the tikkun was supposed to be. Adam Rishon could have made that tikkun then. And through that, the shir, the song of wonder, the song of wonder comes about, right? That in other words, when we realize when that day is going to come, the shir in the future, shir chodesh, like we say, shir Hashem, shir chodesh, right? That new song that's going to come out when Mashiach is going to come. Could you imagine I don't even know what that's so amazing, right? I have to ask Shlomo what he thinks that song is going to be.
I saw that with AI.
Yeah.
They are now playing sounds that we've never heard before. So they can mix this type of genre with that kind of mood and that kind of instrument. You can say, play this, and that, or mix this, and that, or make a tune that's melody high at the beginning and low at the beginning, something that they played in the temple. They can come up with things like this. And,
amazing.
And coming up with
no, but this is going to be something new that we never heard, that even AI doesn't know about.
That's going to be into
I know
something
we
else,
can't. We
and you
can't believe. Right? No, we can't believe that there's something that AI wouldn't know about. Right?
You've never heard before. Right. That's right. That's
Right.
Sounds yours never heard before.
Right. We're gonna learn in a minute what this means now. Where this is coming from? That AI doesn't have no idea about this. Okay, watch this. Shia Pashet, Kafel, Meshulash, and Meruba. So there's a song that's a simple song. It's doubled, tripled, and 4 times. That's quadruple, right? Quadruple, right? That's quadruple. How do you get that? Look what he says now. Sheyisar, that'll be awakened, la'asid, that'll be awakened in the future, in the end of time. Sheyisnagen al shivim ushnayim ni'imin. Right? There's going to be a harp with 72 strands. I don't know if they have a harp today with 72 strands. Do they?
I don't know how many strands there are in a harp.
Huh?
This is a harp.
You know how many strings there are in a harp?
No, I don't.
It sounds like 72 sounds right.
No?
Strings in the harp.
It's asking AI.
Here we go. Okay, let's see. So we're going to see how we get this. How we get the 72 out of Hashem's name, out of Yud Kei Vav Kei. Watch this. You ready? If you take the Yud, right? If you take the Yud of Yud Kei Vav Kei, you set that aside. Yud. Then you do Yud Kei, Yud and a Hey. Put that aside. So how much do you have now?
25.
Yud 25.
The most common harps have between 19 and 40 strings.
Yeah.
There we go. But we're going to have a harp that's going to have that's 72. All right. Now watch where you're going to get the 72 from. Then you take Yud K Vav.
21 plus 15.
Huh?
21 plus 15.
Yeah.
36.
No, it's not 20. No. You had the Yud and the Yud
Hey
K
is
is 25. Then you take the Yud is 35.
Hey and Vav.
And the Hey and Vav is 40, 41.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Sorry.
41. Then if you add 41 and then you add 26 to 41.
26 to 41 is 60.
72.
Come on, accountant.
46 and 21 is 72.
I need my calculator.
You gotta take your shoes off to count.
No, it's 70.
Fingers and toes.
67.
No. If you take Yud K, and then Yud K Vav, right? And then you do Yud K Vav K is 26, right? 26 and 40 and 10, 20, 25, 35, 40, 46. No, it's 46, not 41. It's 46. 46 and 26 is 72. Okay, there we go. So that goes up to 72. All right? So that's the sheer pashit. You get the pashit is the yud by itself. The kafel is the yud k. The shalosh is the yud k vav k, yud k vav, and the fourth one is yud k vav k together. That's the sheer. That's the sheer pashit, the sheer kafel, sheer meshulash, and the sheer meruba. Okay, you got it. Now you understand how you have the different song, which we do one more time. Sheer pashit is the yud, right? Sheer kafel is the yud k. The third one is Yud K Vav, and the fourth one is Yud K Vav K together. Adds up together 72. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, Shayidei Kol Hashir Hazeh Daike Yecholin Laichiach. Through a person has this, which is also the same minion of Chesed, right? What's Chesed? How much is Chesed?
In Gematria?
Yeah.
Oh, 72.
72, huh? You see that? 72. Right, so now if you have chesed, through chesed, you can then be able to give teichacha to somebody, right? If you see someone doing something wrong, you have to do it from the side of chesed, not from the side of gevura. Because you do it from the side of chesed, and you really want to, you show that you're trying to help the person, right? You're not trying to just rebuke the person, right? There's something, this criticism, and then there's constructive criticism, right? Right? There's constructive consider. There's not the same thing. Right? The person understands that it's coming from a place of chesed, that you're trying to help the person, so then the person can accept it. Right? If the person believes that you're a good person and you're trying to help him, and you're genuinely trying to help him, so then the person is not defensive. See, if you go over to somebody and you try to tell them they're doing something wrong, they get very defensive and they won't listen to what you say. It won't work. You just did this wrong. Oh yeah, who are you to tell me I did it wrong? Right? They get very defensive, right? But if you come there to the person on the side of chesed, because you're coming from that place of kedusha, you're not coming from the place of the shtus and all of that and that nonsense, and you're connecting to the sheer pashut, the sheer kafel, the sheer shalosh, and the sheer meruba. And you understand what you're doing. You're connecting to the 72 for the song of the future. And you're connecting to the... So then when you go over to that person, there's a possibility that the person can hear what you have to say. Right? It comes from that idea. And then, then like we learned this concept before, but bechinas nerdi nosan reichli. Right? So it says in Shir HaShirim, right? It says in Shir HaShirim, that nerdi nosan reicha. It's going on Moshe Rabbeinu. That when we studied this before, but we'll review it one more time now. When we came to the Cheder Egel, right? And Moshe Rabbeinu didn't get rid of the sin, right? He made the sin smell good. It's strange, right? Nerdi nasan reach, right? It's like a naft. It gives off a good reach. What did Moshe Rabbeinu do? Moshe Rabbeinu was able to take the situation and turn the situation into a situation where we got the Yud Gimel Midas Harachim. He fell so low. We were so high. They say the higher you are, the lower you can fall, right? So we were very, very, very high. And we fell all very, very low. Moshe Rabbeinu took that low level, right? He took that low level and he used that to raise us back up. And he got from HaKadosh Baruch Hu the 13 attributes of mercy through it. So he made it smell good. He made it have a nice, pleasant odor. He didn't want to get rid of it. Asher Shem calls the hate to understand. If you want to understand more of this is Rabbi Nachman's last lesson that he gave in his life on the last Rosh Hashanah. Right? This is the last lesson he gave on Rosh Hashanah, which is lesson 8, Tikkun Teichacha in Tinyan, in the second book. It's lesson 8. It's a fascinating lesson. And again, this is the lesson that the Rebbe gave when he was very, very sick. Right? But this lesson went on for literally 5 to 6 hours. He was just going straight. Could you imagine that? Give a lesson for 5 to 6 hours, and then the deepest things, and he was coughing, and he had tuberculosis. It was terrible.
It was where he died? Was that the place?
No, he died on Sukkot that year.
I'm saying, was that the place where he gave the shir and that was at that building? That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I got the tour from the guy at the BRI.
From Gil Bash.
Yes.
Oh, Gil, we love.
Gil.
You went on his walking tour, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Gil, yeah, I love Gil.
It was great.
Walking tour of what?
Uman, the old Uman, yeah, the old Uman.
Were you with me?
I don't remember.
I did it.
You did.
can't
I
remember
think
what
you were
year.
with me. You may have been with me.
He does it every year. Every year Gil's there. He always does
Yeah.
his walking tour.
They got that huge monument to that Kamiansky.
Yeah. They have all of that stuff. Okay, let's go back there. Okay, so we understand this
What
idea.
about the refers to Mordechai, that pasuk?
You what?
Nerdi nosan reicha.
It's going on Moshe Rabbeinu as well.
Mordechai as well.
So one thing I'll teach you when you learn if you want to learn Shir HaShirim inside, okay? You can look at every commentary, and not one commentary will have will be similar to any other commentary. It's the most fascinating thing. Whenever you study something, right? Whatever you're learning, you'll see all the different commentaries. They come up with the theme is the same. Here, it's totally different, and the different storylines and different references and so on. The reference we're going with now is that Moshe Rabbeinu, the Nerdi Nasan Reich was going with Moshe Rabbeinu in regard to the Cheder Egel. Okay? It's very special. You ever learn through Shir HaShirim? I learned through it, Ian, with all the different mafars. It's unbelievable.
Have you ever heard that this refers to Mordechai?
Yes, we learned it.
We learned it.
We learned it. Yeah, we learned it. Yeah. But again, Mordechai is a tzaddik that takes the Aveira, and it's the same idea. It's the same idea. right? The tzaddik takes, he doesn't,
Turns it into
right, no, we said, why is that? Why is that?
More draw,
Right. No, right. Why does the tzaddik do that? Because again, when a person does a sin, he used his time. He used time. Time is our most precious commodity, right? You use time to do the sin, right? Time is the most precious commodity. So the tzaddik appreciates time more than anybody else. So the tzaddik doesn't want to absolve the person from the sin and get him to just have forgiveness from the sin. He wants to turn the sin around and turn the sin into a merit. Right? Remember we learned that, right? By Mordechai. Mordechai, when the tzaddik comes to a person and the person has all of his mistakes, so the tzaddik takes the nice perfume and he puts it over all of the sins, so the sin doesn't give the terrible smell, right? Like they used to do in Staten Island. I used to spend it stank over there. Garbage dump. I still don't understand why people live there. It was literally a garbage dump. And they compacted their houses over there built on garbage. Yeah, but anyway, that's huh?
I lived there for a little bit.
You what?
I lived in Staten Island a little bit. I didn't know.
You didn't notice? See that?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting every time. Today they made it better, but it used to be and just driving anywhere.
Yeah.
Coming over the golf course, it was disgusting.
It was right. So what is it, Sata? That's how sin. I'm using that only to get a mushal for the nimshal. Okay. So you understood that. So the sin stinks. The sin has a terrible, terrible odor. So the tzaddik, what he does is he puts perfume over the odor. So the odor, he keeps it there till the person can get to understand the mechadish betuvay b'chol yatav, that I'm a new person today and I can do mitzvahs and I can go on. That's what the tzaddik does. He helps the person move forward, right? Then when the person moves forward, the person then can go back when he's ready and he can make tshuva on those things, tshuva me'ahava, and then turn all of those sins into positive, into merits. That's why he doesn't want to get rid of the sin. I'll just cover it over so it doesn't smell. That's what the tzaddikim do. Isn't that amazing? That's what we learned about Mordechai. Right? Remember? Yeah. But here we're saying this is going now on Moshe Rabbeinu, which is the same idea. This was a greater sin, right? This is the greatest sin we did was the golden calf. Okay. The main Kriyas HaTorah is on Shabbos, right? Like we said, Moshe Rabbeinu established that we read the Torah on Shabbos because the Torah was given on Shabbos. Ki Shabbos moira al Chidush Olam. Shabbos shows us, demonstrates the whole idea of Chidush Olam, right? Shabbos is new. Everything is new. We have a new week, right? We have a new week. It's a new week coming in that has nothing to do with the week before. It's a new week. It's a new week, right? We said after Tuesday, right? After Tuesday, Wednesday, it's a new week. It's drawing off the next week. It has nothing to do with the week before. It's nothing to do with it. It's new. It's a new week, right?
My answer right, and I say, no, you're wrong, Chaim. It's not a new week. It's the same old week.
It's the same old week. Yeah, okay.
You're the same old person.
You're the same old person.
But isn't it much greater if you can realize you're new,
Yeah.
and you can always change?
Of course it is.
So that's it. Yeah, the Yetzer, listen, the Yetzer is always working hard against this. That's why the Rebbe keeps trying to teach us this idea of that we're new. That no matter what we did, no matter what we got involved in, we can always move forward.
And the Yetzer Hara, as you said yesterday, adjusts
Yeah.
to your
To your level. Yeah. Yeah, he's
So
a
it could be a new day. but he's
Right.
new too.
Zeluma, Selikim, wherever you are.
wherever you
He's
are.
over there. He's there too. He comes along with you.
You're new today. It doesn't matter.
He comes along. He comes along.
הגדול מחברו יצר גדול ממנו.
Yeah, that's right. Why is he greater? Because he's greater. So his Yetzirah is greater. Right? That's it. That's right. Okay. Ki zeh ikar mitzvahs kedusha Shabbos lohidiyah ki sheishes shavim also Hashem es hashemayim v'es haaretz v'yayim hashvi shavas v'yinafas. Like we'll say tonight, right? A few hours. We'll say those words, right? Shavas v'yinafas. Hashem rested. Right? He created the world in the 6 days, and on the seventh day Hashem rested. Kamay shekasa bris oilam beini yoveim b'nei Yisrael. Hashem makes the treaty. He makes a new treaty with us every single week. Beini yoveim b'nei Yisrael Ki sheish Hashem asa Hashem v'chein chidush ha'olam shel la'asid. In the same way, we're going to have the chidush ha'olam of the future, where we're going to have the Shem Yudke Vavke. We'll have that harp with the 72 strands, the Shir Pashit, Kafel, Meshulish, and Meruba, right? We'll have that beautiful song that's going to be there. Who Gam came Bechinas Shabbos? That's also a time of Shabbos, like we say Yom Shekulei Shabbos, right? We're waiting for the day Yom Shekulei Shabbos. That's the time of Mashiach, right? Right?
He's singing the song. Yom Shekul.
There we go. Ki az Yom Shekulei Shabbos, because that's going to be a time that it's only going to be a time of Shabbos that will feel the closeness with Hashem. We'll feel how everything is constantly new. We'll see it. We'll understand it. We'll really understand it. Oh, that's why we sing song on Shabbos. You sing more song, right? You may sing a song during the week, right? But you sing more song. In general, Jews sing more songs on Shabbos, right? Yeah. Let's say as a community, you sing L'chadodi, right? You sing Keladon, right? They sing different songs as a community.
And he was adamant about singing on Shabbat.
Well, very, very, very. He said sing all the songs. Yeah. All the songs.
He said don't.
All the songs. All the songs. Because you're connecting to the Yom Shekulei Shabbos.
Yeah.
Okay? She'oz nayagin kol Yisrael laharbais benigunim mizmiras ushiras, right? All Jews on whatever level they're on, right? They go to shul. Any Jew that's practicing anything will sing more song, right? On any level, right? Any practicing Jew goes to shul will sing more songs than he does during the week, right? Because Shabbos is special. Right? Shekol nimchach mikol hashir hanigun, like we said, sheyisad la'asid be'eis chidush olam shehu yom shekulei Shabbos, because that's when it's going to happen. That we'll have that. We'll feel that. We'll feel that need, that urge for song. Right? We're going to feel that urge for song. We have it now on Shabbos. So it's a beautiful thing when we sing on Shabbos, and try to think that as I sing on Shabbos, I'm making myself new. I'm bringing Chiddush Ha'olam to the world. That's why I'm singing now, and I'm connecting to the next. And that's why all the songs on Shabbos are talking about. They're talking about the Beis Hamikdash. Yibaneh Beis Hamikdash, right? Yibaneh. Right? What are we singing? We're singing all the songs about the Beis Hamikdash. We're singing to get to that time, Yom Shekulei Shabbos. Right? That's what it's all about. Shekol zehu b'chinas Shabbos. That's all what Shabbos really is. So that's why we read the Torah on Shabbos, right? Because Shabbos is the time of Chiddush Olam, the same way when it was on Maimon HaSinai. There was Chiddush Olam, we saw the Chiddush Olam. Shabbos is when we got the Torah. Shabbos is when Moshe Rabbeinu instituted that we read the Torah, right? And now we said that now we read the Torah also on Mondays and Thursdays, right? And that's what we're going to learn. The Emes Hashem, we're going to pick it up on Sunday. We'll learn about the idea of why we a little further. Now we understand. Now that we have a little understanding why we read the Torah on Shabbos, right? Yeah. We understand that, right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah on Shabbos. We saw the Nevuah on Shabbos to fix our medama, to fix our minds, that we can imagine. And then when we're singing the songs on Shabbos, to try to imagine the Beis Hamikdash is going to be built. We're going to come up with that new song, Shir Chadash, Uvenona Nala, right? Where are we singing that song, Yossi? Right? Shir Chadash Uvenona Nala. Right? We're singing that when Yibaneh Hamikdash. It's all in the words. Let's pay attention to the words. We say the words anyway. Let's pay attention. Now we understand. We can plug the words into the lesson. Okay? So let's learn something now on Hilchas Tefillin.
Our tune is
Hamikdash, Yibaneh Hamikdash, Itzion Timale, Yibaneh Hamikdash, Yibaneh Hamikdash, Itzion Timale, Rishana Shir, Rishana Shir, Chadash, Shir Chadash, Okay, that was so beautiful. Wow. Okay. Hilchas Tefillin. Okay. Here we're going to learn a very practical halacha today. Yesterday we learned this beautiful idea with the tefillin that the yud has to be attached to the bias all the time, right? Even when it's in your bag. And even if a person has to borrow a pair of tefillin, right, and he's either a righty's borrowing from a lefty or a lefty's borrowing from a righty, so you'll put the tefillin even upside down, where the mabarta will be on the bottom and the bias will be on the top, so long as the yud is closer into the heart of the person. Okay, that was yesterday. Now today we're going to learn about putting on the tefillin. Okay, here we go. Asur lahafsik besicha bein shel yad l'shel rosh. Okay, here we go. This is halacha people know, right? When you're putting on your tefillin, you're not allowed to speak in between the yad and the rosh, right? V'afilu l'roimes be'einav. Don't even hint with your eyes, right? Be'einav. V'likroitz be'etzbeisav asa. Or make a movement with your fingers. You know, you show someone something. Don't do that. It should be for you for a sign on your arm, and it should be a remembrance on your head, between your eyes. The tefillin shel rosh has to go right after the tefillin shel yad. So you shouldn't have any separation, break in between the two. Right? And notice that even if someone goes over and says to you, "Good morning," or where do I find the siddur? You don't pay attention. You ignore him. You don't say any. You don't do anything. Because you want them to be as one. You want the two, the mitzvah putting on the tefillin shel yad and the tefillin shel rosh should be as one mitzvah. Right? But if you stop in the middle, then you mess that up. Right? You're not doing it as one. And therefore you shouldn't say anything. Here's another one. Here you go. You're in the shul. Like, let's say this can happen. Let's say you go to a shul that's they're like a minion factory shul, right? Where you walk in earlier, whatever, they're saying Kaddish and then you're putting on your tefillin. So you feel it's funny, I'm not answering Kaddish or even Kedusha. Right? No, you don't answer Kaddish, you don't answer Kedusha. What should you do? Stop. No, stop and just pay attention to what they're doing. Don't say anything, don't do anything, but think. You could think, they're saying Kaddish. Now think about the Kaddish, think about the Kedusha, and things like that. But you're not allowed to say anything. Because that's, make the break. Im shemaya she'echad beirech birchas laniach tefillin. Oh, this is a good one, right? So you're standing next to somebody else, right? You just put on your tefillin shel yad. And now your friend takes out his tefillin, he says, Lahaniyah, he makes the bracha Lahaniyah tefillin. Are you allowed to answer Amen or not?
It says here, you can.
You can answer Amen. That's the chiddush. You can. Because it's in the same theme. It's in the same theme of what you're doing. Watch this, because he explains. Amen. Sharei Amen hu amonas hadvarim shu mamim b'mitzvahs tefillin. Oh, because Amen is, I believe in what he just said, and I'm doing the same thing. So it's the same theme. But if he said a different bracha, you can't answer Amen. Only Lahaniyah tefillin, then you can answer his Amen. You want to say, David? You want to say something?
It's only the tefillin brachas.
The tefillin, no, only the hand, the tefillin you make with the hand. Lahaniach tefillin, that bracha you're allowed to answer Amen. Only that bracha.
Just not the one on the
Not on the head. No, the head, one on the head. We said we should say it low that no one should hear you because you don't want to say answer Amen to that bracha. Because you say Baruch Shem, we don't answer. That's the only bracha we don't want to say loud that people should answer Amen. But the other brachas we said you should. This one, and the chiddush here is that you can answer Amen even though you're in the middle of putting on your tefillin. That's the chiddush. Isn't that a great chiddush? Yeah. That's another trivia question that no one knows this and no one knows. And you have it. The source is right here. It's in Ches. Okay. V'have kemai have achas. It's like one. It's one act. You're doing the same thing. Now here we said but tefillin the Rabbeinu Tam. See, that's why everyone thinks that the tefillin, Rabbeinu Tam tefillin is a Hasidic thing. The Kitzur Shulchan Aruch was no Chassid.
Right.
He's wearing Rabbeinu Tam tefillin. He's talking about Rabbeinu Tam tefillin in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Okay, so the tefillin, the Rabbeinu Tam gam kein also lahafsik bein shel yad l'shel rosh. You can't make a separation again when you're putting on the tefillin shel yad of the Rabbeinu Tam. You don't make a bracha. So you would think, if I'm not making a bracha, what's the hefsek? No, you still don't make a hefsek between the tefillin shel rosh to the tefillin shel yad to the tefillin shel rosh. Ach lekadish lekedusha yochel lahafsik. Here's the chiddush. But if you're putting on your Rabbeinu Tam tefillin, okay, and they're saying kaddish, so you can answer Amen Yeshmei Rabba, even though you didn't put on the yad, the rosh yet, you can still answer Amen, but only Rabbeinu Tam tefillin, not by Rashi.
Oh.
If we're Rabbeinu Tam tefillin, you can, because again, you're not making a blessing in between. So if they started kedusha, you can say kedusha. You can say kedusha even though you didn't finish putting on the whole set. You put on only the yad. And this happens to me sometimes. I put on my tefillin, these guys, they go so fast, It's a halacha l'maisa, bavish. It comes out practical. But you see, there's a difference between Rabbeinu Tam and Rashi. So just to recap, okay? If you're putting on your tefillin, you don't answer anything. You don't answer Amen, you don't answer Kaddish, you don't answer Kedusha. You stop and think. You can think about it. That's it. But you don't. But
You don't continue.
you shouldn't continue winding. No. Give credence to the thing because the Kaddish is going on. Okay, but and that's not considered a break because you're not saying anything, right? You're not saying anything, right? And if someone says something to you, even though they're thinking to be rude that you didn't answer them, too bad. You don't answer them, right? If you're putting on your tefillin shayad and the guy goes, "Hey, good morning, how you doing?" You just ignore the guy. Normally we don't do that, but here we do because we're very adamant that the mitzvah should be one mitzvah. The tefillin shayad and the tefillin shel rosh should be one mitzvah. And if you cause a break in the between, so that it doesn't look like it's one mitzvah, it looks like it's something else. Okay, but then but you can answer amen to the lohaniach tefillin bracha of your friend when he says the bracha. You can answer amen even though you're in the middle of putting on your tefillin. You can still answer amen to that one bracha. Only that one bracha you can answer amen to. All right, and then the next thing we learned was if you're putting on Rabbeinu Tam tefillin. Right, so there you can. The chiddush is that you can say kaddish. You can answer to the kaddish. You can answer the kedusha. You could say the kedusha if you like to during putting on the Rabbeinu Tam tefillin. And I want to wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos and kol tuv.